All right, it's 9:15. Market opens in about 15 minutes. So let's do our top-down analysis. So again, we trade supply and demand in the ICC process. Basically the same thing. We find the trend, wait for the break of structure, create our zone, and wait for the tap of that zone. And then we enter the trade. So again, we wait for an indication price either wants to go higher or lower. Wait for price to correct, and then get in the trade for the continuation. Whether that's aggressive, conservative, or safe. So let's see what we got. So starting on the daily, let's see. This was our candle yesterday. So we opened here. No, we opened here. Price came all the way down here and then closed here. So we did get to that line yesterday, 12 o'clock. Yeah, we did get to this line yesterday. I did say it have potential to go here, but it doesn't seem like we got there yesterday. But then overnight, we opened here and price came all the way down here, which is what I predicted. So that's pretty cool to see. So we have a lot of selling pressure. We do have resistance right here, and we have a trend line right here. So not too sure how much farther price is going to go down before it starts either going back up, or it could potentially break. It could potentially break this trend line, but I doubt it. At least not today. Soon, but not today. Not today. Okay, so yeah, price came from up here, closed down here. Okay, so there was a zone on the 4 hour right here. Price came back, tapped the zone, and that's where this pressure came out. Looks like price is still pushing down. All right, so the 1 hour, what do we have? So again, price hit the trend line, came down to this resistance, retested, and came back down. Looks like they found some support right here. Yep, price still going down. The zone is right here that it hasn't came back and tapped yet. Let me see how it looks on the 15. Yeah, so the zone has not been tapped on the 15. So let's create that zone. I'm tired today, y'all. So my energy is not there. This is a supply zone because there is selling pressure coming out of it. If it was a demand zone, buys would be coming out of it. So, oh Lord. All right, so we got the 15-minute supply. We haven't gotten a tap. So we could potentially wait for the tap to get in and catch some sales coming down to this resistance. I do want to double check this resistance on a higher time frame just to make sure it's in a good spot, which it is. I do see some resistance right here too. So, but yeah, let me move this up. There's a lot of resistance right here. And this is how we could tell. So right here, move it up even more. Yeah, there we go. Right here, price came back right here. So it's definitely, yeah. So we got multiple touches, so this is a better area. I did like down here too, so I am going to put another one. But I'm going to make it purple because there's potential for price to break it. Let me see. Yeah. So we got our 15-minute supply. The hour supply is up here. When it broke, it never tapped out either. Interesting. Oh, keep that in mind. But for now, we're going to use the 15. If we get a break, we know there's others we can go back and check. Now, let's review our trade on the 5-minute yesterday. Because when I came back to the computer, look, y'all. So this is what we caught yesterday. Price did keep going to our, this was TP2. So price did get to our TP2 and then bounce, which makes sense because this was the candle that broke structure. So it came, retested this area, bounced back, retested this area, and then finally broke to the downside. So that was this was a good trade, whatever. We caught it 1-1. But this is what we were predicting. The price would come here for the top. It still never made it to the 5-minute zone. This 10-minute zone really cooked. And then it came and literally tapped our resistance and went back up. So, yeah, let's try to catch something like that again. I could delete this. Let's see what we can catch today. Okay. So we are getting, it did make it to the resistance. Okay. We are getting that push back up. So let's see if we can get it back up to here. The 15-minute and the 5-minute zone are the same. So that's a good confluence. But it looks like it broke structure and tapped. Price broke structure and tapped the zone already. So this zone may or may not be done for. Let me see if we have any more zones. This candle is already in this zone. So y'all can see it. This candle broke structure. So it'll be coming out of this candle. If price does want to do something, it's already in the zone. But if pressure is coming through the zone like that, it may invalidate. I wonder if we can come back up here for a tap. I know there's resistance right here. We may have to wait for a new break of structure, honestly, which would be this resistance if we want to catch sales. But also, again, we are close to resistance here as well. And yeah, so it might be a lot going on trying to get sales. Might be a lot going on. So I'm already feeling there might be a no trade day. But let's see what we can get. See, look. Yeah, we look like we're gonna be watching the charts for a little bit today, seeing what price want to do, and then coming up with our bias. Because right now, I do not have a bias that I'm confident. I do not have a bias that I'm confident in. Why? We're already close to this trend line, so we're getting some resistance. We don't really know if price is going to break today or not. And we don't know if price just wants this to be the low to come back up to the trend line. Like, it's just a lot going on. If we were at the bottom of this trend line, we could have went for buys going back up. If we were at the top of this trend line, we could have caught sales. But we were in the middle, so price could do anything. So let's just watch. I'm gonna come back once we got something going on. For right now, this is what we got going on. We got a zone here that could potentially tap because it didn't on the 15. And then we got this zone that looks like it want to invalidate, but I guess we just got to find out. Because we did get some close outside the zones here, and then, yeah, then it closed, then it closed, then it closed. So, yeah, let's watch and see. But it looks like we're about to get that break. That breaker structure will be coming out of this zone on the 5 minute. So if we can come back, get a tap to break this resistance, we could at least catch something within this area. But y'all, remember yesterday I said it had room to come down? Look at it coming down. It took a minute. It took a while, but it did it. So that's always nice and fun to see when you call something out. Okay, let me focus. This candle closed in 3 minutes, so we already got the breaker structure. As you can see, price is now lower. Yeah, so we're going to wait for this candle to close, then wait for a candle to come back, tap, and then we'll see what we can get. Honestly, I'm not looking for much. Like I said, all that resistance, I'm not trying to play in that area, but we can catch something. And I think I'm just going to keep going over this just so it's clear to everybody. All right, so we found the trend on the higher time frame. Price is bearish, so all of the time frames are matching that bearish pressure. So again, we have that bearish pressure even on the 5 minutes. So we found our trend. Then we wait for the breaker structure. So on a downtrend, there's lower lows. That indicates selling pressure. That indicates selling pressure. So in order for us to know price wants to continue lower, we do have to wait for the indication, which is a lower low. We did get that indication. This low broke this low. It's a minor breaker structure, but it's still a breaker structure. This candle closes in 52 seconds. That created our zone. So this price pushed out of this zone. This is the zone is the candle, the previous candle of the opposite color. So we found our zone. Once this candle closed, we wait for the tap of the zone. If this candle closed inside, I'm not too happy about that. I would like to see a candle close outside the zone. And then that will mean, hold on, because what is this candle doing? Let's see who wins this candle. Oh, okay. Because it looked like it wanted to flip. It did close inside the zone though. So we want to see it close outside the zone for a continuation to the downside. But I don't like this rejection. You see why I don't like trading near resistance? Because it just be too much going on. Let me clear this out. Let me keep this there. Let me take this off. I'm not ready for this yet. Let's watch. Let's watch price. Because buyers done stepped in immediately at this area. I don't think price want to go any lower than that. There's room, but it's really not that much, y'all. 609 to 450, that's something, but I like space. Space for price to breathe. So we are starting to get some pressure from sellers, but we're still in the zone. Still no close outside the zone. Almost invalidated. I just don't like what I see. Oh, okay. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Hold on. Is this the buying pressure we needed? Is this the buying pressure we've been looking for? Can sellers maintain the pressure is the question. Because my little two contracts ain't gonna help y'all. So I need a collective of sellers to step in with me. Please. So we can get this day over with. That might be it, y'all. I can't jump in just yet. I need to see some. There it is. Should I risk it? I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna get in. I'm gonna wait till this candle close. I'm gonna wait till the candle close. They leaving us, y'all. They not leaving us. They're not gonna leave us. They want to leave us. We might just have to get in there. They leaving us. I'm waiting till candle closed. I just have to. I just had to. I missed the entry I should have took. If it pulls back, I'm gonna get in. If it don't, I'm gonna have to wait for the safe entry. $50 more seconds. I need it to stay closed outside the zone. If it does not close outside the zone, this day will be over for me. I will not be taking a trade, and we'll just be done, honestly. I need it to close outside the zone. 30 seconds left. We in there if it closes outside the zone. Yeah, I like this. I like this. I like this. Go ahead and press sell. That's the close outside the zone. We got in at the close. Let's see what we can get. We just going for a 1-to-1. It's already waiting for us. Back to this resistance line would be a 1-to-1. I'm so tired. It makes no sense. And I wanted to... Okay. Oops. Hold on. I wanted to be right there. All right, y'all. Let's see. This candle closed in 26. In 20 seconds. I don't know what its price is going to do at this resistance line. And I don't know if I want to sit here and find out. I kind of do want to secure profits. Let's see how this candle reacts. If I don't get the reaction I would want, which is a burst through this... I took out one contract. I'm gonna see what this runner can do. If this runner can't push through, then we're out. So I did enter with 2 contracts, and I took out 1 contract once we got our 1-to-1. So let's see if we got the correction all the way to the 5-minute. It did not invalidate. Price finally closed outside the zone. And we hit our 1-to-1, going for a 1-to-2. What I would like to see is this candle close outside the zone. Below this resistance line. But if we don't get that, then I'll just get out. One minute left. It's because we're at this resistance line. We already pushed below it. We just need to close below it. If we can't get that, I'm just going to be done for the day. We didn't get it. All right, well, let me see what this candle does. Oh. That's how this candle feeling. That's how you're feeling. Well, let me get out. I'm out. So we technically only got a 1-to-1 with 1 contract because the other runner basically came back to break even. It looks like it went back to tap this new zone. So it could potentially continue going down. But I didn't want to be in that to see that. I wanted to secure my profits, and that's what I did. So let's see. We ended up with probably only 100. Yep, 108. Look at that. Yeah, this resistance line was good. Buyers say, yeah, we're not going below that. They ate that one up. They sure did. Look at them. Look at them. Look at them buyers. They step right on in. They say, yeah, no, we're not doing that today. Cause what did y'all want today? Like, look at this. What is that? We got something though. We did end the day green. Grateful for that. We are approaching this 1 hour zone. About time, really. That's a 1 hour zone. I don't know. Something is telling me sales is still valid, but you trade what you see. You don't trade what you think. You trade what you see. And right now, I see buys. I see buys. You came here, got a high here, a higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Yeah, I see buys. I don't see the sales that I see on the higher time frame. I see buys. So there really isn't a trend to follow because the confluences aren't confluencing. Buyers stepped in. They say, yeah, no. And really, it looks like it came from this candle because that was the break. This would have been the zone. Came back, tapped. Well, it tapped here, then came back, tapped again, and went even more. So that's where it would have came out of, but we wouldn't have known that. Just because price wasn't really giving us a direction. Like this is like this would be the breaker structure on a higher time frame. We were getting minor breaker structures, so. Because even this was a break. That was to say price was going to come back here. But, yeah. So that's that. I think we're done. I'm not going to hold y'all up any longer. I'm not going to hold myself up any longer. This video is probably kind of long because it's 11 o'clock. And I got on at 9:15 or something like that. So, got a lot of shopping to do. All right, y'all. Bye. See y'all Monday.